Thanks, Captain. Yes, Captain. I am right behind you. For a moment, I thought that fall might kill you.
Stuff looks good. All systems. Apogee kick complete. Orbit steady.
I suggest using caution on Neon's streets. The crime rate here is constantly increasing.
Get out of my face. If you want to gawk at something, take it to the Astral Lounge.
It's time to see yourself through new eyes. Only at Enhanced.
How can I be of service, Captain? I will keep your items safe. Travel safely.
Look in the mirror and wish you could see another version of you. Now is the time to
Got a problem?
Aren't you the one I saw running away from them?
Neuroamps? Oh, yeah.
Switching over to standard engines.
out of the Crimson Fleet, and now it's time for me to take everything from you! It's too late for that now. I almost made it into the Crimson Fleet, and got a crack at some real money. Then, you had to open your big mouth! You stole everything from me, and I'm here to steal it all back! Kill him! Leave nothing left but space dust!
We don't take prisoners.
Ha!
Critical damage to the enemy's ground drive.
You ran out of luck.
good jump. We're still in one piece.
Take them apart. Engage! Follow the ship! Ah!
We have disabled their shields. Target's grab drive has been knocked offline. Full NQ took out their jump drive. Landing site locked. Take us in.
Unless you are hoping to die, you will require a spacesuit in this region.
Oh, pardon me. Was that your stomach or mine? Space is so hostile to humanity already, and you made it just a little bit safer for everybody. No matter what you could have done differently, this will impact a lot of lives eventually. We'll have to mark it in the Constellation history books so we don't forget it when the Terramorphs are finally gone. Okay. Anyway, balancing risk versus reward is tricky, even more so when so much hangs in the balance. So, you really think the Acilis are going to work out, huh? You must have seen some data that I didn't. They're reliable is, I think, what you're trying to say. And yeah, I get where you're coming from. By sealing the Lazarus plant away instead of destroying it, I'm worried we've made things riskier. Maybe we could study it, fair, but it will take a long time to get any actionable results. Hey, when you're not busy, let's chat. I can't imagine how hard it was to be under all that pressure. A leader knows that protecting regular folk is not just a responsibility, but a privilege. And I'm proud to call you my captain. Modest, too. They're gonna make a statue out of you, or carve your face on a moon or something. What you did took nerves. Befriending Delgado like that, it was a huge risk. If he had gotten to you, convinced you to side with them, I don't know what we'd be dealing with right now. Good. He deserved what he got for what he did and for what he would have done. And if they regroup after all this, they'll be weaker next time. All thanks to you. That's the hope and the dream. But if they do, we'll deal with it. Simple as that.
Hmm? Oh, sorry. Was doing the tally's work in my head. Inventory on the station. Next supply.
Well, well, I've got to say, this is a first. I've never had a Class 1 citizen in my ranks before. Congratulations, Captain. No need to thank me. You brought this all on yourself. I've already gone ahead and processed your Class 1 benefits. All UC goods and services should now have a thanks for protecting the colonies discount. And the credits should be in your accounts now. But to get into your penthouse, you'll have to pay a visit to the Aphelion Realty office. They should be able to grant you access. Higher-ups wanted to make... But, with all that... There are your standard... Or you could help the team... Oh, and any of those missions call to you? Suppose that's true. Here we go. Report says ships at these coordinates fired on United Colonies craft. You're cleared to use lethal force if necessary. Sounds like spacers tried scrapping some ships. Pilots still in them. Don't show them the error of their ways. What can I do for you?
I'm always ready to make a deal. Well, well, if it isn't the United Colony's newest Class 1 citizen. You've made quite a name for yourself in New Atlantis. In fact, the higher-ups want to thank you for your dedicated service by giving you one of the nicest pieces of real estate in the city. It's a premium penthouse at the top of Mercury Tower. Best location in New Atlantis, in my professional opinion.
What do you say? It'll just take a second to get you registered as the owner.
Great! You're in for a real treat. It's one of my favorite apartments in the city. Okay, you're all set. Your new home's located in Mercury Tower in the residential district. You'll love the place. It has a gorgeous floor plan and an unbeatable view of the city. Now that you're an owner, I'm sure I'll be seeing you around town.
Not sure if those Varun sellers live in this.
I do hope you are enjoying your time in New Atlantis. All of our signature dishes are unique to the Roost. Yes, of course. Enjoy the rest of your day.
The Lux condos aren't anything special.
There's nothing like
A friend offered me a nice.
Oh, hold on there. Are you supposed to be down here? You could get hurt without proper safety training. Oh, Argos. Didn't know anyone actually survived their operations. Nah, I'm just messing with you. I know Argos. They're good people. Their safety record's actually pretty good. They stand to beef up their security, I hear. But that's neither here nor there. I'm Salmond. Not Sammy, not Sam, Salmond. I don't do nicknames. I've been with Deimos for what seems like forever. So what I'm saying is, if you have questions, no one here knows these mines better than I do. Sure, hand it here. Let's see. No. 10. No. No. Good. No. And there it is. Is that it? Great. See you around.
Hey there. You a new hire? I thought all our positions were full. How about that? Well, if you're interested in mining, I could talk your ear off. Anyway, I'm Andres. Nice to meet you. Something else I can help you with? Oh, is it that time already? Sure. This'll only take a moment. Let's see. Yep. Uh-huh. Oh, no. Mm-hmm. That question again? Well, all right. Okay, that should do it. Here you go. Tell her I said hi, will you?
People always ask me what I think
I don't sense his name.
I heard they reopened that Red Devil section.
He can make a real good living working the fancy bars. Just bring back the completed evaluation.
Hello there. Do I know you? Ah, I see. Well, I'm Leona Hawks, Deimos Staryard's corporate liaison. Anyone who deals with our office likely deals with me at some point. I suppose I'll be seeing you around. A psychological evaluation? Are you kidding me? Gilly, I'm the one who ordered this program in the first place. Do I really need to go through with this?
I'm well aware, but you are an employee and it is company policy that everyone gets one.
Okay, fine. Let me have it. Okay, this isn't so bad. Easy. Yep. Mm-hmm. You really want to know that? Huh? Okay. And done. There you go. Remind me to make myself and the other execs exempt from these in the future. We wouldn't be where we are if we were a liability.
Okay, if no one else is gonna say it, I will. I'm ready to get out of here and go to the Spear.
You've got all those forms filled out and returned?
Okay.
Anyone give you any trouble? Other than Leona?
I'm just saying
I heard that.
Going
Glad to hear it. And thanks once again. I don't usually ask random people to do my work. This is a special case due to the circumstances, but you really came through for me. Here's a little something to compensate you for your time.
Yeah, what is it?
Hello. I wanted to thank you for giving me the chance to work with you. I know we met under, unusual circumstances. You seem to be acclimating well to Constellation. Are you enjoying working with them? Ah, you were acquainted with some of the members before. I was not. This is all new to me. You have certainly become a vital part of the organization. That is a credit to your abilities. If I may, from what you have seen, do you think I fit in well with the rest of Constellation? No, I do not. But I find it hard to quantify. Many of the other members are polite, but distant. I worry that my background and my actions concern them. I have not shared much, but everyone knows I worked with smugglers for years. I am no stranger to violence and death. Why should I be? It was necessary for survival. I would not be here otherwise. For those that have not lived it, it can be difficult to imagine or accept. Others here have seen conflict, but for more noble causes. Vladimir is the only one here who can begin to understand. He was the one who pressed the group to include me. I lack his charm. He puts others at ease. I fear my presence does the opposite. No, but it seems to make things much, much easier. I envy that. I know this seems trivial, perhaps childish. I have just always relied only on myself. I have never been surrounded by people like this. By a group I wish to be a part of. Does that make sense? And yet here we are, working together. And that has, I think, gone very well. Discussing these things is challenging for me. I hope now you can better understand why I wanted to keep the circumstances of our meeting quiet. I wanted to thank you for not saying anything to Vladimir. I know that you said you wouldn't, but it is still a relief. I would like my contributions to Constellation to amount to more than violence. It would have been, to some. Thank you for talking this over with me. It is good to know that at least one member of Constellation understands me. If you are free soon, could we talk? In the end, you chose the UC over the Crimson Fleet. Do you believe that was the right choice? I can respect that. I am no supporter of the United Colonies, but I also could not bring myself to side with the fleet and what they represent. Did getting that close to Delgado and the fleet make it difficult at all? It can be harder to act against someone once you get to know them. Perhaps. I would not have minded seeing him in pieces, but prison will suffice. It would be foolish to think, though, that we have seen the last of the Crimson Fleet. We may have eliminated the leadership, but there are many more pirates out there. I would say you have done more than enough. For now, you should enjoy your hard-earned victory. You have done a service for all of the settled systems. It is a relief to know that the Terramorphs are being dealt with. But are you sure this Aseles creature is the right way to do it? I can understand that line of thinking, but even when talking about a species like the Terramorph, this decision means the Terramorphs will remain a threat for years to come, if not longer. And that is assuming it works at all. I suppose we shall. Not that it matters, since the decision was made. And I must say, I find it curious that you would agree keeping the Lazarus plant around is a good idea. It seems an additional, unnecessary risk. I'm afraid I do not share your optimism. If it exists, there is a chance it will be used as a weapon again. I find it even more concerning that the United Colonies will keep this information secret. They have enough power already. They do not need this in their arsenal. Well, it is good to know that this particular threat is behind us, and you have done a service to all who live in the settled systems.
Something you need?
Yes?
Ever since we talked about the Battle of Cassiopeia, I can't get what happened out of my mind. Was it that obvious? I thought I could handle these memories, but until I return to Cassiopeia, I'll never be able to put this to rest. You okay? I would like that. Actually, I need that. One problem, though. Pinpointing the crew's shuttle wreckage is going to be like trying to find a grain of salt in a sandbox. I think we need to start by locating my old campsite on Cassiopeia 1. What's there to tell? I survived. My crew didn't. Still, I'll never forget my finger hovering over that launch button. Would I launch safely, or explode into a fireball? It turned out that my shuttle had just enough power to allow an emergency landing on the planet's surface. I wouldn't call what I did a soft landing, but thank you all the same. Hold on. I don't know the exact location of my survival campsite. For that, we are going to have to head to Mast and see if we can get the information from my old friend, Admiral Logan. Your instincts are right on target. Logan and I butted heads more than once during my time with the Navigator Corps. We've never seen eye to eye. Look, I hope this isn't asking too much. Last thing I want to do is drag you into some kind of personal crusade. Thanks. I really needed a laugh. Truth is, I'm scared. When I set foot on Cassiopeia, I don't know if I'll be able to handle what I find. If I begin to fall apart, I'm going to need someone who can keep my spirits up. I know you will. You've always been there when I've needed your help. Why you continue to support me, I'll never understand. I feel the same way about you. Oh, I've been so busy searching the stars for answers, I've overlooked what's been in front of me all this time. True friendship. Something I've denied myself for far too long. Yes. Yes, you're absolutely right. Hey, anyway, I've taken up enough of your time. I know you have a lot to do. I really appreciate your offer to visit Cassiopeia. Hopefully, it'll bring me the closure that I've needed for far too long. There's something I need to talk to you about.
You have my attention.
Sorry to pull you aside like this, but I wanted to take a moment to congratulate you. Taking those steps to eradicate the Terramorph threat is essential to the safety of every living thing in the settled systems. You should be proud. Yes, exactly. I'm glad you treated the situation with the urgency it deserved. I only wish that the United Colonies chose to exterminate the Terramorphs with the experimental microbe, instead of choosing this ridiculous Asili solution. Apparently, their decision was based on your recommendation. That was a risky choice you've made. Then you were mistaken. I'm sorry, but I believe that your logic is flawed. The Asili solution will take far too long. Years, perhaps even decades. By then, humankind could be in serious danger. Well, I'm disappointed that you didn't trust the science. Unfortunately, locking away the Lazarus plant instead of eliminating it adds to the risk. Anything that accelerates the Terramorph life cycle should have been completely removed from the equation. Why take the chance? You haven't let me down. You've simply given me cause for concern. I'll tell you what, let's put this past us, shall we? I'm sure everything will work out in the end. When you have a moment, I'd like to speak to you. Thanks for giving me a moment of your time. I promise this won't take long. I thought you deserved to know how proud I am that you chose to side with the United Colonies and put an end to the Crimson Fleet. You've almost single-handedly saved the settled systems from one of its most dangerous enemies. I can't possibly commend you highly enough. Well, I'm not sure I deserve that, but I appreciate it all the same. What I want to know is what motivated you into making the right decision. You had Crix's legacy in hand, and you could have easily taken it to the Key. Instead, you flew it to the Vigilance. Yes, that would have been unfortunate. The Crimson Fleet would have had enough wealth to fund their operation for decades. So, no regrets betraying Delgado then? I imagine you and he formed quite a partnership right up until the end. Agreed. With Delgado safely tucked away in a UC prison, things will certainly be quieter in the spaceways for a while. I suppose my final concern is how long this newfound peace will last. I wish I could share your optimism. My largest concern are the reports that Navamora was never captured or killed. My hope is that she was smart and went into permanent exile. I suppose only time will tell. Ah. Well, it appears I've soured the mood of our lovely conversation. I trust my mindless prattle hasn't been too much of a bother. Thanks for taking the time to listen.
Aim point reached. Orbit stable.
While we're here, it wouldn't hurt if we checked in at the lodge. It's good to be home.
I'm up for a little adventure. You are straight out of one of those film noir novels. Working undercover and thwarting the bad guys. Just walking around the Key makes my skin crawl. How'd you pull it off? And you did the job anyway. I mean, don't get me wrong, helping Sistef was never on my bucket list. Commander Akande, he really wasn't as much of a tight ass as I was expecting. And ultimately, he had your back, so I guess here's to Sistef. Who would have thought that, right? I just wanted to say, when we first teamed up, I had a good feeling about you. But this... you really helped people. Helped everyone. I can't wait for our next adventure.
informed us of your new status. Congratulations. Yes? You needed some? Stay safe.
Powder.
Sarah Morgan. It's been what, almost 10 years?
Admiral, it's, good to see you again, sir.
You're not required to address me as sir. That protocol ended the moment you dropped your clusters on my desk, remember?
Look, Admiral, I'm not here to open old wounds.
Old wounds is an interesting turn of phrase, given our past. Listen to me, Commander. I'm not sure why you're here, but whatever it is, why don't you just get to it?
I'm here because I need your help, Admiral.
You need my help. That's interesting. The last time we spoke, you made it quite clear that you were turning your back on the Navy.
That was a decade ago. Things change. People change. Admiral, please. I didn't come here to argue. I'm here to come to terms with my past.
Your past is sitting in a closed file in the archives. That's where you left it when you walked out. On the United Colonies. And what about you? Just who in the blazes are you anyway? Very well. Then, as a good friend, perhaps you could kindly explain to me why I shouldn't have the both of you escorted from the building.
With all due respect, Admiral, this is ridiculous. If you have a problem with me, then there's no need to berate my colleague.
I don't have a problem with you, Commander. I'm simply trying to determine why you deserve the Navy's help. That's quite a noble gesture. Is this true, Commander?
It's about Cassiopeia, Admiral. I'm heading back there to find out what happened to the crew of the Dauntless, and hopefully, to bring their legacy home.
That sounds like a dangerous operation. Are you certain it's worth the risk?
I don't know.
I understand. Mental scars left by war rarely heal quickly, if ever at all. I sympathize with your struggle, Commander.
I want to put an end to the sleepless nights, the nightmares, waking up in cold sweat. It's been difficult, Admiral.
I understand. And I believe I owe you an apology, Commander. Our last encounter has obviously distorted my impression of your character. What can I do to help?
If you wouldn't mind allowing me to access the files regarding my rescue, I'd be most grateful, Admiral.
That shouldn't be too difficult. I've sent all the relevant information to you, Slades. Was there anything else?
No, Admiral. Thank you.
You don't need to thank me, Commander. I just hope you find whatever it is you're looking for.
We should make sure we're well supplied for the trip to Cassiopeia. We should stick to the main plaza. Unless you like getting soaked by the rain. Well, with all signs pointing to the Astral Lounge, I suppose we should pay to visit. Purely for exploratory purposes.
I'm applying for
Core kinetics, if you've got the credit. Always keep plenty of ammo in stock, too.
Maybe if I went to
I have things for you.
Hello? Do you read me? Hello there, and thank you for responding to my hail. It's been a long time since I had company. I'm Dr. Sola Banglawala from MAST in New Atlantis. I'm performing a geological survey of the settled systems as part of a field research initiative. I flagged you down to see if you might have any rare geological samples to contribute. I can't thank you enough. I'm in the market for lithium, platinum, and vanadium right now. I'm not asking for much. I know they're hard to come by. Thank you so much. This will really help me out. I'd be happy to offer you some of the common resources produced as byproducts of my research to thank you for your help. I have more copper, lead, and aluminum than I know what to do with. I'll pay you in credits instead, if you prefer, but I don't have much. That works for me. I'm going to try my luck in another system. Sorry, this is taking longer than usual. So, do you... Oh, a workaholic. Personally, I have. Maybe I shouldn't have let... Did you ever hear the one about the guy looks him up and down and...
Setting down, everything in the green.
Look at this world. It's beautiful. Just beautiful. I can't believe I'm here. It feels like walking into a dream. No. Phew. Yes. Yes, exactly. Let's go. Well, this is it. This is the spot where I spent close to a year waiting for rescue. Not exactly Paradiso, is it? It was difficult and painful, but it kept me alive. It was home. Look at this thing. It's been sitting here rusting. I think we need to grab an emergency power cell to get the ship's computer up and running. That's an excellent point. I hadn't taken degradation into account. I'm glad I brought you along. When I was stranded, I set up a distress beacon powered by emergency power cells. The beacon was... Hope you've calibrated that thing. Running away, Make sure you clean that off before you stow it in your bag. We've located where the other shuttle went down. I can't believe our plan worked. And so modest, too. The telemetry data puts the wreckage out of range to hike. We're going to have to head back to the ship and land on a different part of the planet. Let's get going. On deck.
Gear looks green, ready to land.
I'll shoot if I have to. Just turn around and leave. I know how to use this thing, and I will.
Oh my god. Who are you?
I'm nobody. Just go away. I'm not... Answers? How?
Stop it right now. Put away that gun and talk to us. We want to know what happened here.
See? You're not nice at all. I knew it. You're...
Sorry. I was wrong to get...
I don't know. The crew? No one's been looking for that crew since before I was born. So tell me another lie.
You were born here? Oh my god.
Jenna,
listen to me.
You're Sarah Morgan? Mom and Dad's captain? My parents used to talk about you all the time. It's like a dream to finally meet you. Yeah? Well, you're too late. My parents are dead. My father died a long time ago. And my mother, she was killed by those monsters at the graveyard. It's just me.
Let me ask you a question.
Oh, yeah. My name's Sona.
Sona.
Buried?
Thank you.
Okay, Sarah.
Phew. Yeah. Oh, there's so much. If you want to... Precisely. Just please. Sona's mom. Sona, calm down and listen to me. It's much too dangerous to stay here all by yourself, darling.
I don't care. This is my home. You can't make me leave.
We can't leave her here. It's not safe. She has to come back with us to Jemison. Oh, I don't know what to do. Can you talk to her? I knew I could depend. Now all we have to do...
I can hear you talk.
Look,
Why won't Sarah... I've been alone for a long time. That's still... Mom told me there were... But... yeah. I'm sorry. I'm going to go...
That poor girl. Oh, I do. We're ripping wherever she is. Thank you. Look, I promise it won't take...
It's tough to pack up a lifetime of memories.
Look, before we head back to the ship, I wanted to tell you how much of an amazing gift this has been. You had to push me to come out here, and if I hadn't have listened to you, the universe would probably have never known about that little girl. It's been a long journey, and I'm glad it's over. You know, this is the second time I've been on this world. And until this very moment, I never stopped to reflect at just how magnificent it was. Oh, look at this place. This is the reason I'm out here, exploring the stars. Worlds upon worlds, just waiting to have their beauty discovered. Shedding this burden of my past has finally allowed me to open my eyes, wider than they've ever been opened before. And it's all because of you. Are you sure? I could swear I see some red on those cheeks. Well, I suppose it's time to bid goodbye to Cassiopeia once again. This time, under much happier circumstances. Now, let's head back to Jemison. I want to give those gene tags you gathered to Admiral Logan, and figure out what we're going to do with Sona. I don't suppose I have time for a nap before we... I picked up something you might be interested in. We still climbing? What's wrong? I certainly do. It's all yours. Next stop, Cassiopeia, I assume. We should make sure we're well supplied for the trip to Cassiopeia.
Here on Vanguard business? Hey.
Congratulations on making Class 1, Captain. Welcome back.
Not only that, after her parents...
I'm sorry. Yes, of course.
What you'd call...
You're absolutely right. One thing that I...
Thank you.
Good luck to both of you.
Once we're done here. While we're here, perhaps we should check in with Mateo or Noel.
There you are. I was wondering when he'd come and say hi to me.
Hello, Sona. I see you found your way to the lodge without any trouble.
Yeah, it was kind of hard though. All these people around. Never seen so many people in my entire life. Yeah, it was. I guess I'll have to be brave.
You're already one of the bravest people I've ever met. So, what do you think? Do you like it here, Sona?
At the lodge? Yeah, this place is huge. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. You must be like a bazillionaire, Sarah.
Oh, don't I wish? This place isn't mine alone. It belongs to everyone who's a part of Constellation. And I think it should belong to you too, Sona. I want you to stay here and make this your home.
Whoa. Does that mean I get to go exploring with both of you? Or wait, do I get my own ship?
Exactly. And this is the perfect place to begin your education.
I understand. Oh, and don't worry, I learn real fast, so you better get ready to have another member of Constellation signing on for missions.
I can't wait.
Well, anyway, thanks for letting me stay here. I promise I won't let either of you down.
I'm sure that you won't. Well, I think we should let Sona get settled. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to visit the Colony War Memorial now. I want to pay my final respects.
What did you want to talk about?
Still climbing? What's wrong? Look at this. I wonder how... I am proud. I know. Which... Just let me... Okay. It's not much further. I certainly hope scavengers... It's lovely here, isn't it? I've been from one end of the settled systems to the other. But this place... this exact spot... I knew you'd appreciate it. I usually come up... You'd be... Is it that obvious? The truth is... No, nothing like that at all. I just have a lot on my mind, and I am terrible at getting right. I know you are. It's about my return. Maybe it sounds... Maybe. I've spent my life, despite that. Are you for all we know... Finding someone like that would be... wonderful. Wait a second. What exactly are you saying? Sorry, I just need a moment to gather my thoughts. I know you want to have a serious relationship. You want to become close. So, if you're willing to take that leap of faith with someone like me, then I'm ready to do the same. You're something truly special. You know that? You've helped me conquer my self-doubt, my confidence, hell, everything. For the first time in my life, I feel complete. And with you by my side, I'm convinced that feeling will last forever. You're the best thing that's happened to me in my life. I love you. Always. When things at the lodge are too much, I love coming to this spot to just sort of, I don't know, melt away for a while. Back, eh? How's it going? Oh, I can tell I'm going to like this. I will never love another person as much as I love you. If it means I get to spend more time with you, then ask away. There was a particular someone back in my days with the UC Navy. We actually became quite close at first, but as I rose in rank, I became more interested in my career than what she needed from me. I let her drift away. By the time I realized what was happening, it was too late. She requested a transfer, and I lost touch. Anyway, I've dated other men and women at various points in my life, but I'd hardly classify any of them as relationships. As you might have guessed, I tend to concentrate on work and let my personal feelings fall by the wayside. It often drives others away. Exploration is my entire life. I consider it both a career and recreation. That being said, I will make a confession, but you have to promise to keep it between us. Before I graduated from school, I was in a band. And no, I don't mean the school band. I mean a rock band. We called ourselves Ironic Comet. And before you are, the band never really... You mean apart from being the chair of Constellation for the... Well, let's... And as far as... My parents, by the time I... It's not that I don't... Having been, I'm sorry. Absolutely. You can rest assured. You know, most important. Very well. Next time, then. We're in love. Do you even need to ask? Good. Anytime you want to talk about our relationship, just let me know. God knows you've done that enough times for me. Leaving? Oh, I see how it is. wonder if any discovery reports have come in while we were away.
I don't know. What's up? I have a lot of work to do.
Where are you working? Don't mind me asking. She doesn't know you're working this hard, does she? You've earned the right to be here, Noel.
Hi there. How's it going?
Hey, Mr. Stroud. Got a second?
What can I do for you, Miss Coe?
You're the richest person I know. Do you have a favorite thing that you own?
Well, I don't really look at it like that. My success has allowed me a great many experiences, which I value more than possessions.
Really? Huh. If I was rich, I'd have a list of my favorite things. Hello there. So, does Vasco belong to you now, or does he still belong to Barrett?
Hi, Cora. How's it been, traveling with your dad?
Dad says there's rarely a dull moment. Then I remind him he's not the one who gets left on the ship.
it's pretty great.